Hello, you wonderful, incredible, amazing person. Welcome back to the Japan Game Chunk podcast. Today, I'll be giving a quick report of a visit to the Hard Off store in Kamagaya City of Chiba. This is the Kamagaya Michinobe store, and it's a pretty decent one. It's fairly recently made. I believe it was from last year that it was built, and it's worth a visit if you can get there. I would estimate, although I went there by car, that if you wish to go, it's about a 15-minute walk from Magomezawa Station, which is a bit on the minor side, but still, if you're near there, then you can give it a shot. So, now I'll go through a few things that I thought were fairly noteworthy there, and some things are incredibly noteworthy, actually. So, let's get into it. First of all, something I thought that was very interesting was the Kamagaya stores, the resale shops, mostly with animation and game stuff. They have a junk section where usually everything is marked with a little yellow sticker, either 1 or 300 or 500 yen usually. And so in the special case in the Hard Off store, there was a copy of the Game Boy Advance game Black, fully boxed, with the 100 yen sticker on it from Kamagaya. So someone bought it there for 100 yen, never took off the sticker, and then sold it to Hard Off, where it was being sold on this day. This was April the 14th of 2024. It was being sold for 12,000 yen. That's 120 times the cost of what it was originally at the Kamagaya store. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, going on to the other stuff that was there. There were a few Pokemon Special Edition Switch Lights. No box or anything, but about 15,000 yen. That's a pretty typical price. One thing that I thought was fairly better than usual was a Super Famicom Mini, the classic system, the little HDMI thing that that was put out there. It's hard to find those boxed and complete for the same price as when it was sold new. But here it was 7,000 yen, so only a little bit more than usual, and cheaper than most used stores where I've seen it. So if you needed to pick one up, that is a decent price these days. Then something that I thought was really interesting in the junk section of the store was from 1977, a working Bandai TV Jack system. This is a Pong console where you connect to the TV and play different kinds of Pong, whatever. The TV Jack 1200, working in the box for 5,000 yen. Of course, it's the connection's not so great these days, and I'm sure internal components are rusting and whatever, but 5,000 yen is pretty good. But if you want something to hook up to your TV and play and don't want to spend that much money, well, you can get this soccer penalty kick-based game. It looks like a hockey puck, but with a soccer ball design. And it has that RCA thing to connect to your TV, and you can play this weird, what seems to be like a soccer penalty kick, saving the ball game, whatever. And it's 100 yen boxed, so a little bit of a weird thing there that might be good for a curiosity hunter. Also in very good condition, although loose, was a hori pad for the Wii, like the classic controller, but it's basically like a Nintendo Pro controller, but added with the turbo buttons and everything, and it's very well made. In my opinion, it is the best gamepad you can get for the Wii, this hori pad. And there it was for 1,000 yen. Also, next to that, in another junk box, was a pink DS Lite, very well preserved in good condition, and working for 800 yen. So yeah. Then was maybe something that's very interesting for collectors. The Nintendo released gun for the Famicom. Now, when it was released in other areas, it was, gray or orange. It did not look like a gun, it looked like a toy. But the Japanese gun for the Famicom, the original one from Nintendo, looked like a gun. It would be definitely cause for someone to get a very unfortunate misunderstanding if shown in public in the US, for example. But here in Japan, the guns look like guns sometimes, and this one surely does. And just look that up. The original Nintendo Famicom gun. This one was 3,000 yen working, and it looked very nice. A couple things I thought was that I thought were very, very interesting. Kind of rare these days, the SG-1000 original system from Sega, including the original very basic joysticks. 40,000 yen. It was no box, but otherwise complete. 40,000, honestly, is not the worst price I've seen for this system that's getting very rare. But the much less rare, but the much better system is the SG-1000 Model 2, which has everything the original, but the redesigned, sleeker style. Looks very similar to a Mark III console, but of course only plays the original SG-1000. This one, system only 6,000 yen. So if you already have your own hookups and everything, and your controller, and there you go. There was a Super Famicom memory cartridge where you download the game in there from the store way back when, boxed and complete. But for a mere 4,000 yen, you can get one and not know what's in there. It was a mystery. No one wrote down what was inside. Then something that was very much a rarity that might be of interest is it's called the Camfo Game Boy Advance Video Phone. So basically, you connect it to the cartridge slot of your Game Boy Advance, and it looks like it was made for the SP, the way that the camera was put there. So, like a Game Boy camera, but it's meant to be a video phone between people talking on the phone. And they were complete in box. I've never seen them before, incredibly rare. And there were two of them, each for 18,000 yen. So, if you want to get two to be able to actually use them together, then that's 36,000 yen, and I didn't want to open up the case or ask for it to be opened, the glass case, but I didn't see if it was done over internet or if it was requiring to plug into a phone line or whatever, but I would guess they still work in some capacity. Also, working in some capacity was a Sega Nomad, just loose, no box, 100,000 yen. It's a very rare system in Japan, much more than other countries, so that's unfortunately kind of the going rate. There was a Dreamcast memory card called the Mothra Dream Battle, the monster Mothra. It was the memory card, the VMU unit for the Dreamcast, with a little plastic Mothra to be attached to it. And in the box, it's a very interesting little device there, a little piece of memorabilia there for 3,000 yen. And now the big ones that I wish that I could purchase at the time. There was a very rare version of the Casio Loopy. It was a special box set. Inside was not just the Loopy and controller, but also two different games and the print rolls to print out your stickers, and it had the original box. And again, this is a very, very, very rare thing. I've never seen one in person before. This one was 45,000 yen. Basically just for the box, as everything else you can buy much more cheaply separately. And now the piece de resistance. The thing that I think would interest any video game collector anywhere in the world. They have, for 1 million yen, that's million yen, this is currently at exchange rates, usually I'd like to put 1 yen to one penny, so that'd be about $10,000, although now it's probably more like 6,000 something dollars with the yen at about 150 for the dollar. For 1 million yen, there is a Nintendo 64 DD system, completely new in box. All software as well. It has everything ever made. Nintendo 64 DD, new. I don't know if this is available anywhere else. Maybe Nintendo has its own little museum or something, but everything involving the Nintendo 64 DD, brand new. Completely new in box after, what is it now, 25 years? It's the most expensive thing I've ever seen in a hard-off store, and it's the thing that I wanted more than anything else I've ever seen in a hard-off store. A brand new 64DD. You will not find that anywhere else, I guarantee you. So, if you really want it, come to Japan, come to Kamagaya city of Chiba, and come with a lot of money. And, I guess, you could be the owner of this. Maybe you're a rich oil sheik in the Middle East or something, and you just need to have something that no one else ever has in the world, or could ever have. Here's your chance. Or if someone wants to pay me a huge amount of money, I'm happy to go pick it up for you and send it, but I'd be very, very nervous to do so normally. That's a big risk for that much money. Anyway, again, this is a very, very interesting hard-off store. Very, very good one. And I really, really hope that you can come visit. This is, again, the Kamagaya Michinobe store. Very, very much well worth a visit for anyone interested in retro gaming. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to go here whenever I can and hope to see you there. Bye-bye.